then, gang, welcome back to an episode of the Liverpool playthrough with me, Dr. Benji FM. That's right, since we've last met, lots of games have happened, but as you can see on screen, Barcelona to come around the corner. That's right, we drew our Champions League group. Let's take a look at who we got in said group. So, it was a couple of weeks ago now, but you can see here, then, we've been dealt it's kind of weird, isn't it? With Barcelona, obviously a very tough team, but Shakhtar and Hoffenheim, two teams that I think, as a Liverpool fan, you'd probably fancy getting through. So it should be okay for us. We were a tier 3 seed, or a pot 3 seed, so to get Shakhtar as our tier 2 team, that's not too bad. It could have been a lot more hard, a lot more hard, a lot more difficult, a lot more hard. Oh dear, heavens above. But yeah, I'm relatively pleased with what we've got there and what we've been dealt, and Barcelona is going to be the team that we play today, as well as Tottenham in the league. And speaking of the league, you can see we've started the campaign extraordinarily well. Last time out then, it was a 4-0 win over Crystal Palace, and we've kept that going. 2-0 over Huddersfield, 3-1 over West Ham, a very good win against Cardiff, and a 5-2 against Watford. I tell you what, we were playing some lovely stuff. Let's show you a couple of the goals. I'm actually going to focus on one of the goals that was a bit different. It's a corner. It was played in, Van Dijk to the back post and down to Henderson. That's becoming a little bit of a theme in the game. You can see from the stats actually over on that right-hand side. 31 shots for us, 15 on target. Watford, 5 shots, 4 on target. A difficult day for them. But no, that Van Dijk-Henderson partnership is coming to fruition. It's looking really good. Henderson so far in the 3 games he's played in the league, 2 goals for him, which, I mean, you look at his tallies in recent years, that's quite a lot. For Van Dijk, a constant threat from corners, those 2 assists for Henderson and a goal himself. A 7.86 for Van Dijk so far this season, and everything's going pretty well. The only sort of black mark against our name so far is that Sadio Mane has got himself an injury. He's going to be out for a couple of days, but it does mean, of course, that Fekir has been able to come in, and we're trying something a little different. Rather than playing 2 inside forwards, I'm going with Fekir at trequartista. I wasn't too sure how to fit him in. I didn't really want to play him as a winger. I didn't really want him as an inside forward because he's left-footed, but allowing him to float out on that side as a trequartista, it seems to be working really well. He's got all the attributes to do so. You see there the physical attributes, he's got the vision, of course, the flair, the off the ball, decision making, dribbling, finishing and first touch, all key in that area, and he's fantastic at all of them, as well as passing and technique. We're getting a really nice version of Fekir out there as that trequartista. Hopefully he'll play more games for us. You can see there 4 games played so far, 2 goals, 1 assist and a man of the match award for him as well. So when he's featuring, he's doing alright. I think one of those appearances was sub appearances as well. In fact, 3 sub appearances I'm noting there, only 1 start, so it's a very good start to his Liverpool campaign. It now means that if Mane or Salah get injured, we're not as stretched. Players like Shaqiri and Fekir being in the squad, far better. It's almost like Liverpool should have signed him in the summer. But so far, so good. All right, we play Barcelona tomorrow, so let's continue forward. We've got a press conference. I'm going to quickly go through this. I really like the press conferences this year. You get the talking points, the match, fixture congestion, Van Dijk's performances so far this season, and my relationship with the chairman. But yeah, I really like these. I also like to see who the journalists are and how many are expected. I think it's really interesting. 15, obviously high-profile game against Barcelona. Right, as much as I'm doing this, if you've done press conferences as a football manager, you don't want to watch this. You probably skip most of them, so I'm going to go through it myself. But I like the fact that the press conferences are better. I like the chairs. What can I tell you? How do you think Virgil van Dijk will react to the current media interest in his performances? I think it will give him a boost. Would you agree that Lionel Messi will prove the main threat to Liverpool's defence? I've heard of him. As we get closer, I'm still not sure what I think of the red background. People are saying no green screen. We like seeing the wall. So I mean, comment section, get involved. I think for Dortmund, I'm going to keep the yellow because I quite like the yellow. But for Liverpool, I can get rid of this if you want. Actually, someone said we should try this. There you are, a badge. I don't know. What do you think? Better or worse? I guess you can decide. Right then, time to kick off this Champions League campaign. Squad selection-wise, the team at the moment kind of picks itself, so that's going to be interesting. Can our best 11, or our perceived best 11 so far this season, do the job then? Becker will, of course, be in goal. Alisson, as he's better known. Trent will be at right back. Gomez and Van Dijk are forming a formidable partnership. Robertson, of course, on the other side. Fabinho behind Henderson and Keita. Fekir, as I mentioned, in that trequartista role with Firmino pressing and Salah on that side. So far, actually, Salah having a really good year. Hopefully he keeps this up. It's quite difficult to get a similar performance out of him as last year. 32 goals in 36, but if we can get sort of 20, 25, more than happy. All right, fitness-wise, we're looking pretty good. Submit the team, and in we go. So you see then, Barcelona, of course, have got 2 former Liverpool men in Philippe Coutinho and Luis Suarez. It's going to be interesting to see how those 2 do, as well as, of course, Messi. Can't really sleep on him. Vidal, Rakitic, Busquets in the centre. Semedo, Piqué, Umtiti, Jordi Alba, and Ter Stegen in goal. It's not bad. It's not bad. After such a good start, 2 tricky games today, I just hope we react well, I think. You can see then, as it's building here, the atmosphere, the tension. I don't know how closely we were listening to that huddle there, but here we go then, into the 3D, and let's see how will Liverpool in the white, of course, get on at the new camp against Barcelona. Maybe we should slow this down a touch. First highlight of the game, and it's Andy Robertson to throw the ball into Fabinho, who's pushed forward a little bit. He and Robertson combine quite nicely, and they're continuing to just pass the ball to each other. Finds Henderson on the edge, Fabinho and him potentially linking up now. I don't expect Henderson to shoot from out there, so it's whether we can get one of the forward players in. We, in fact, go all the way back to Van Dijk, who joins in. Fabinho, back out to Robertson. We've got to be wary of the counter-attack. I'm a little bit nervous that if we give it away in these areas, we could be in trouble. But keeping possession really nicely. This is really nice to see, actually. As Salah cuts inside now, finds Keita, the overlap from Robertson. If he can pull the ball across, it's deflected out to Fabinho, finds Jordan Henderson. I kind of want us to shoot. And after all of this, the fears are coming true as Coutinho and Suarez start the breakaway. But Alexander-Arnold nips in quickly. Now it's Salah running at the Barcelona defence. Salah goes all the way through and, oh, what a chance. Mo. That was a really intriguing first highlight. Longer than I normally leave it as well. That was fun. Okay, Barcelona with the ball as a great challenge comes in, although Barcelona do keep it, of course, renowned for their smart, clever possession, tiki-taka style. It's whether we can get amongst them and cause problems. Fekir and Firmino, as well as Salah, got to be a part of that. Defending from the front, you can see there, look, Fekir pressing the ball as much as possible as it goes into Vidal. We're hoping Firmino gets nice and close to him. But this is a thing with Barcelona, always a free man. This is interesting to see. We're trying to get close to them. We can't get it off them. It's Semedo now, down this right-hand side, very, very quick. And he beats Andy Robertson, whose challenge is wayward. Ball played in, headed clear just about. Vidal, though, recycles it. And Barcelona come again. And this is already quite an intriguing match. The first highlight we saw was good. It's Robertson, great challenge. Another counter-attack. Can we spring it? We're racing forward. Fekir leading the charge on this left-hand side. Hopefully there's men in the middle. We can't quite see them yet as the ball's put across. Firmino, oh, lovely breakaway from Liverpool. It was a classic Liverpool-type goal, I feel like. And that's what I love about this is Football Manager. You can see the real-life iterations of teams in the game this year, and that was a great example of it. Fekir picks it up on that left-hand side, admittedly not with Liverpool in real life, but he bursts down that left wing, plays it into Roberto Firmino with a lovely finish, and Liverpool won. Barcelona 0, 10 minutes played. Jordan Henderson's picked up an almighty knock there. He's got himself an injury, potential thigh injury. We'll see how he gets on and how he recovers. He's actually doing okay. His condition's going up ever so slightly. I guess hopefully it won't affect this highlight we're getting, actually, as Luis Suarez finds the ball at his feet. He's pulled up to this wider area now. Potentially him and Messi are quite fluid in that role as it goes inside. Vidal now on it. But look, you can see we're shadowing everything. Fabinho there started the press and continued it forward. Oh, and they've given it away. Salah on it. And we've seen this so many times. Mo Salah racing at the Barcelona back line as he goes across all of them. Shot comes in. Ter Stegen dives, but it's wide of the goal. Actually, I think that's gone down as either a reflection or a save. Regardless, it's a corner to be played in by Trent. Looks for that back post. Van Dijk heads on goal. And you can see that is the threat we're looking for. Far post. Looking for Van Dijk. He wins the ball every single time. The man's got 18 heading and very good jumping reach. All right, Henderson seems to have recovered pretty well, condition-wise, back up to 78%. So we could have reacted quickly and see how he got on. But he's one of those players that, because of his physical attributes, he can recover a little bit. Speaking of injuries, we've got ourselves one. Firmino's out. He's off. Now, there's two options here. We either bring Shaqiri on or Lallana in this trequartista role and we put Fekir up front, or we go for Daniel Sturridge. And I think away at the Nou Camp, I want a deadly finisher. So Sturridge comes on. Losing Bobby, though, that's not good at all. It's a free kick. Trent to put it in. Finds Van Dijk. Oh, is that saved or is it headed over? Over the bar. Goal kick. Van Dijk, though, dangerous in the air. As you'd probably expect, to be fair. When you're looking at the stats as we go towards half-time, 9 shots for us, only 4 to Barcelona, and we're having more possession at the Nou Camp. Lovely to see. There's just that concern over Henderson in the centre, and I think James Milner might come on to replace him. Right, as we get into the dressing room, there's a picture of a dressing room now. Things are going well. He's capable of better. We are going to take Henderson off. We're not going to take that risk. Milner to come on. It's a very like-for-like substitution, isn't it? So I'm pretty happy. Midfield-wise, let's try and G them up a little bit. I've got faith in you. Get out there, do the business. And the defence so far playing really well. We've not seen too much at all from this majestic Barcelona attack, so more of the same, please, boys. Also, you'll notice, viewers, that I don't have ears. It's a weird time to bring that up, but when I do, I'm just not wearing big headphones today. Just mixing things up. Naby Keita is struggling a little bit out there. Hasn't got an injury, but I mean, in terms of conditioning, he's plummeted. Adam Lallana, though, waiting in the wings, can certainly play that role. And now Fekir's got a knock. Oh dear. All right, so it's between Keita and Fekir. Who's going to be coming off? We've got one sub left. Andy Robertson has pushed very high up there to press Semedo, and they've exploited that by going down this left-hand side. Suarez in a little bit of space, cuts inside. He's ghosting past people ridiculously. He's missed the target, but flipping heck flashbacks of Liverpool Suarez there. About half an hour to go. We've got to think about this change. We've got one left. I mean, what do we do? It's a free kick for Barcelona. Luis Suarez steps up, and Becker with a good save. Well done from Alisson, and cleared by Trent. Problem is, I don't want to bring on Lallana for one of them, and then the other one actually gets injured. Fekir's got a lower leg injury, which is never good, and Keita is struggling. Fekir's playing slightly better. This is a bit of a conundrum, viewers. I'm not sure what the right move is here. All right, looks like Fekir's got a bruised shin, so that makes me feel a little bit calmer about it. As a corner to be played in, can we get rid of it? Vidal, well, I think is it tipped over? No, it's over the bar. All right, I'm going to get Naby off. I think he's done a lot of running in this game. Lallana's going to come on for him in the centre, and he's going to play a very similar role. Corners be played in by us. Milner looking for Van Dijk at that back post. Heads down. Lallana this time. Oh, and fires in. Virgil van Dijk. I'm so pleased we touched on this before the game. Van Dijk with the assist. Lallana with the craziest forward roll. Hang on a moment. I feel like this is... I mean, we'll watch the goal again. This is the replay. It's Lallana's celebration that I can't get enough of. This is extreme. I mean... he slid. I thought he did a forward roll, doing a 2-footed lunge tackle, danger. But you can see, I mean, with watching it for a third, it was so good. Van Dijk's knocked down, the free man in Adam Lallana. I mean, this far post corner technique to Van Dijk is working a treat. And what a substitution. I mean, to bring Lallana on. Now, what I was going to do is I was going to do 2 games, but this episode's been quite long. Some of the highlights have been longer than I expected, as well as some of the talk we did at the beginning. So I think what we'll do is another episode straight after. We'll do 2 in one day. Why not? Look forward to that then. Tottenham, we'll get a game against them, and maybe another Prem. Maybe we'll do 2 Prem games in a later episode. If you want to see that, drop a like. If we hit 1,000 likes, I'll put it up as soon as we hit it, or at least very close to that. And yeah, I mean, that's very impressive. I mean, great performance this, by the way. It's not over yet. I should probably calm myself. There's Trent on this right-hand side. I feel like a third's in us, though. We've definitely been the better side. Trent puts the ball in. Until he gets it away. Trent gets under it again. Alexander-Arnold as Milner. Back to Alexander-Arnold. If he can get a delivery in the centre. Daniel Sturridge wants his goal. He always does. Lurking in the middle, maybe. And oh, there he is! I mean, what? I mean, well, I feel like I've planned all of this. It's going ridiculously well. I'm very pleased. 3-0 away at the Nou Camp. You can see Trent, he was trying so hard to get a decent ball into the centre. It ricochets, and that's what you want, a finisher. I mentioned it when I brought him on. Daniel Sturridge makes it 3-0. I mean, hashtag scenes, viewers. What else can I tell you? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's a corner for Barcelona. Jordi Alba puts it in. It's cleared. Is there going to be another counter-attack forward? Salah looks like he might be racing forward. If Sturridge can find the right passes here, there could be an opportunity for us to break once again. As Fekir looks for the run of Daniel Sturridge. It's him versus Piqué. Now, Daniel Sturridge, not the same at pressing as Firmino, but he did his very best there, didn't he? Out to Lallana. Hopefully this has been an enjoyable watch for you. I've really enjoyed watching sort of the tactical aspects of this game. It's been really fun. That's something I'm enjoying a lot more on the Football Manager this year than on the previous one. I mean, the way we're now controlling Barcelona at the back, almost arrogantly. Okay, well we've been done. We've been done. Messi racing forward. This is always a terrifying sight when him and Suarez do this. It falls to Suarez. Well, I mean, Alisson's put it behind. It's still 3-0. If we can keep a clean sheet, I mean, this is going to be outrageous. I don't know if I've ever enjoyed a match like this on Football Manager before. For those that have watched me for a long time, can you ever remember it being like this? I think that maybe during the Parma days and a couple of Salford episodes, it was a bit like this, where there was this sort of calm excellence going through our team. It's more surprising it's with Liverpool. As I'm saying all of this, I'm tempted. I mean, Fabinho's the best player in world football. I mean, we're knocking it round. And the phrase is like Barcelona. We are knocking it round like Barcelona. Salah's back on it again, causing absolute havoc. Finds Daniel Sturridge. Lallana. I thought there was going to be a 4th goal there, as Barcelona will continue to push and look for a goal as they find Dembele, who's been brought on for Coutinho. I mean, it's Alisson again. It was a good decision to make this just one game, one episode here. As the time ticks away, Suarez, Messi and the boys have struggled, and Liverpool have looked sensational. An average rating across the team of 7.7. I can't wait to see those at the end of the game, as Barca's still pushing for a consolation. It doesn't look overly likely, though, as that's cleared by Robertson, and that's surely going to be it. Referee, call time. Put Barcelona at their mercy, and we do. And I mean, that guy who took the corner, loving it. You can see there, the defensive effort. Have you ever seen such green in that area? I mean, shout out to Alexander-Arnold, Gomez, Van Dijk and Andy Robertson for some sensational performances. Rarely do you win 3-0 at the Nou Camp and be applauded defensively like they are being doing. That is sensational stuff. I mean, can you say anything but passionately I'm proud of the performance? You can't. They're loving it. All right then, Bobby is going to be out for a couple of weeks. That's not exactly ideal. Jordan Henderson is out 10 days. People have said there's a lot of injuries in this year's game. I've been saying, no, it's fine, just manage it better. Now I'm being done. Fekir, 3 days as well. He might miss the Tottenham game. It's 4 days. Oh, touch and go. We see for a bit of money for that as well. Press conference, all that. Very good performance, though, as I say. Next episode, then, we'll do it later on today. Tottenham and Charlton in the Carabao Cup. We'll see how we do with a bit of squad rotation, perhaps. If you're looking forward to that, say, leave a like as soon as we get 1,000. We'll get another one up this afternoon, and we'll have with care then for Vince Winchester next time. Have a good night. Good afternoon. Well, I mean, good night. Sleep well, everyone. Sleep well.